won't suffice.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the Jags. All that and more coming up next.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As are the Chicago Bears taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Day. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Back to throw. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, if they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is really short at first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now ETN to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars, 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A shotgun snap. Fields. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And the Jags grab it.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Chicago offense set to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Got an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He could not get away in time, and it'll be a loss of 1 on 3rd down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Lawrence, a short throw to Ingram. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A throw there, but that's going to wind up. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Lawrence running right on the option. Off the option, here's ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he is going to have the Jags first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Lawrence will throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. But to throw again is Lawrence. This one is caught. It's Patton. And down inside the 15 he goes. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll begin by running the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 10. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
16 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Now it's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fields. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Devon Hamilton able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's got the hook up to Moore. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortune.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a round is on here in this first half. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From the end zone, here comes Herbert.
Khalil Herbert on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. Who would have juked? 57 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already. A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. Etienne up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Patton. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
No gain on the play.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And this time he is in. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down at a yard. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they can't bring him down. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that goes for a gain of 31. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball, when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Fields now to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. One more time with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now Fields on third and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Zay Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw is Fields. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's fielded at the 45. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story we'll talk about after this one. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Zay Jones, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call.
After review of the play.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This one is caught. It's Patton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, it's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Dana in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now it's Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Back to throw. Fields. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out in this football game.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go.